Welcome back to my Lemmings Reunion level solving commentary video series, and today we are going to be continuing with more levels of the HurtMePlenty rank. We are starting off with HurtMePlenty 11, a Rocky Mountain Knight. Almost a true X of everything level here, except we have one of everything and 4 builders. Right. I especially love the touch of the moon that Ichigo put in this level. It's quite nice. And the level overall is very well designed as well. Okay, pretty nice puzzle here. Certainly nothing too difficult here. It's almost like a complete breeder, as a matter of fact. 3 entrances here, one at the far left, and then one at the top, and then one at the bottom here. Alright, so the first thing to do is, with the very last lemming at the top entrance, he goes ahead and digs here. Okay, this will allow all the lemmings from the left entrance to get onto the right side. Okay, in the meantime, the bottom entrance here, we're gonna go ahead and block with the second lemming, right there, and then the first one will go on ahead and build. Yeah, chop trigger is right away here, so we're pretty far away from it. Alrighty, so everyone has gone on to this side over here, while this digger is dropped safely over here with a floater. And now we're gonna go ahead and patch up this gap with a builder, so that nobody falls into the vine swamp here. In the meantime, this builder keeps on going. It takes 2 builders to get to the wall here. Oh yes. And so, you see here, yeah, we have way more than enough time before the crowd arrives. Alrighty, so we give him a climber so that he goes on up ahead. And when he gets to here, we're gonna go ahead and bash through the wall here. Okay, build to the green emerald so that he turns around, as he still has some work that he needs to do. Okay, he's going to go ahead and mine down so that the crowd can use the tunnel to get up later. And then we blow up the blocker with the bomber, and that's it. So here we end up using all the skills. So all the skills that have 1 of each, and then all 4 of our builders. Very, very nice level here. And like I said, almost a complete breeder as well. HurtMePlenty 12. Lost to ground. This one has the potential to be difficult, but it just requires a couple of tricks here in order to accomplish what we need to do. So, 1 lemming from each... no, not 1 lemming from each side. 2 lemmings from each side, as a matter of fact. But here I start with 1 lemming from each side. So, I'm going to dig at the very edge on both sides. And then, once the digger gets low enough, then I send out another climber from each side. Yeah, as a matter of fact, this here, yeah, a couple more pixels, and it would have been splat height. So I sent out a little too early, but that's quite alright. So here we're going to go ahead and block on the other side of the digger here, so to turn the digger around. In the meantime, the digger releases the blocker, and then he goes on ahead and builds this bridge to the exit. Okay, and then before the digger can remove another pixel, we need to go ahead and stop him with a basher. So that way, the crowd can still use the builder staircase. And then we're gonna do the same thing here. Yeah, here it a couple more pixels, and it would have been splat height as well. Okay, block on the other side of the digger to turn him around. He gets released, and then he goes ahead and builds the staircase. And then in the meantime, the digger becomes a basher. Okay, and then he goes ahead and dig. Yeah, so here I happen to have a couple of lemmings nearby, and he happens to dig away a pixel just in time for someone to step up. Okay, and then he goes ahead and digs so that he cancels out the first digger. And then it creates this very nice staircase here. Yeah, that lemmings can still step up. So this just goes back to the fact that lemmings can step up a wall of up to 6 pixels. Yeah, this here is more than 6 pixels, as the lemmings simply turn around. Yeah, once again, I had a nearby lemming. Yeah, and he happens to dig away a pixel just in time for him to step up. And then same thing, we just cancel the first digger with another digger, and that's it. And again, creating this very nice staircase. And that's it. Yeah, couple of variations here. By watching Icho's creator's commentary video, he just so happens to like dig a bit further away from the edge and then just simply block on the other side of the digger in order to turn the digger around, so that once he gets low enough, then he can just simply bash, and then at the same time, the blocker will get released, and then you can just dig away the rest of the wall while still facing in the right direction in order to build the staircases to the exit. So in this way, it will simply save up those diggers that I ended up using at the bottom here. So once again, it's just a level that has a couple of variations. HurtMePlenty 13, the Glacier Station. Alrighty, so here we have two entrances. One on the left here, and then one on the right here, which happens to be a splat hatch. So our attention needs to be here in order to save them from losing any lemmings. We have to save everyone here. So assign floaters as is necessary. And then with the very first lemming that goes to the left, we're going to go ahead and make him a climber and then build this platform up here. So here, yeah, we have one extra floater. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and mine to the left here. Yeah, just interestingly enough, from what I heard from Icho describing his creator's commentary video, this one was interestingly a difficult level for some people. But that's because some people failed to realize that this actually plays an important part in this solution to provide a stopping point for the basher, but also to avoid the icicle traps over here. Now in Neo Lemmings, it's pretty easy to see where the basher will end up, yeah, due to the skill shadow. But in Lemini, you don't have such a feature, so therefore you just have to hope that you went down low enough in order to start bashing all the way through to this little hole here. Alright, it's a very long basher section, so skip most of it. And then with our digger, we're just going to go ahead and use it to release the crowd up here. And I do it in such a way so that the crowd from above can still land on the steel block and then land down here safely. Alrighty, and then finally all that's left to do is to use our builder to get up here, and so that they can walk to the exit, and that's it. Very, very nice level here. Alrighty, HurtMePlenty 14. Go west. Okay, and this also has a time limit as well. This one can be difficult, but this happens to be one of my favorites as well. So here we have multiple entrances. Yeah, 2 over here and 2 over here. And as the level title suggests, we're going to go ahead and go west to this exit over here. There's another exit over here, but this is clearly not feasible. Yeah, with just the skills that we have. This is going to waste way too many skills. So, several skill assignments here. Yeah, block with the second lemming from each of these 2 entrances here, while one goes on ahead to the right and patches up these gaps with a builder. Okay, this is to catch the crowd up here and also to catch this crowd. Yeah, so that everybody who eventually makes their way down here, they're not going to be able to fall into the asset here. Alrighty, in the meantime, the top crowd here has gone west. Alrighty, and then with the second lemming behind this one, I go ahead and block. He goes on and becomes a floater and builds towards the exit. Yeah, with the remaining 3 builders that we have. Alrighty, so everyone has turned to the right and will fall down here. Yeah, this is not a splat fall. Yeah, there's a couple pixels leeway here, so it's not too precise. Alrighty, and then one final builder, and then we can reach the exit. And then here, yeah, I start bashing to the left here. And then I also mine out the blocker here. Yeah, it doesn't really matter when you do it here. But here, with the very final lemming that goes out to the right, I'll go ahead and mine this blocker free. Okay, so these guys will turn around from the blocker again here. And then with the final lemming that goes to the left, yeah, we're going to go ahead and mine the blocker free, and then use our 2 floaters on these 2 lemmings, so that they fall down safely while splatting. And that's it. Alrighty. So we have just bashed through the entire wall, so now everyone can walk to the exit. Alright, and we managed to finish with 21 seconds to spare, so plenty of time there. HurtMePlenty 15, the Lemming Tank Suicide Train. This one I would say is it's a level that looks quite intimidating due to the huge width, but it's really not too difficult. There are just a couple of parts here that can be difficult, but it's pretty obvious for the most part where the skills go. So really, it's just all about using your skills wisely here, as the builders may seem very plentiful, but you cannot waste any at all. Yeah, all of them end up being used as a matter of fact. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and max out the release right here. Okay, and then with one of the lemmings in the crowd, we're gonna go ahead and build. Yeah, we'll release the crowd later with a builder. Yeah, to the left. So here, I go ahead and make him a climber. Alrighty, dig down here before the flamethrower. So we get down here, bash through here. Yeah, so right there. And then, yeah, I use this little raised area to start building. Yeah, this doesn't block the lemmings from below to get up here. So it takes 2 builders and then another builder here. Yeah, so now we're up here. And then we're gonna go ahead and keep building some more. Okay, and then build again. This will take another 3 builders. Okay, and then build again. Take another 3 builders. And then build some more. Yeah, this takes 3 builders to get to here. Yeah, and this is not splat high yet. There's a couple of pixels leeway here. Yeah, probably about 1 or 2 pixels, I think. But the important thing is, it's not splat height. Yeah, it's a safe fall, drop. Okay, more building. And then once again, it takes 3 builders to get to here safely. Okay, and then 2 more builders here. Then we're gonna go ahead and start bashing. Alrighty. Okay, and then build. And then after 1 builder staircase, we're gonna go ahead and block here. Okay, and then at some time, I'm gonna go ahead and release the crowd with the builder. Oh yes. And then here, another builder to get over the top here. Yeah, and this happens to be done in such a way so that this isolates 1 lemming to get up ahead. Yeah, far ahead of the rest of the crowd here, in order to use our last builder for here. Yeah, a lot of this is just time skipping the long waiting. So yes, this ends up being a little more complicated than it needs to be, but yeah, it does work. You just have to get the timing correct here. Yeah, the solution here to make it easier is to simply finish this work with 3 builders and then send a climber out later. Yeah, to make it easier here so that you don't have to rely on timing. Alrighty, HurtMePlenty 16, Green Hill Zone. Now this one, on the other hand, I remember being quite difficult. And there's several things oh no, I loaded up the wrong replay here. Yeah, there's several things that make this difficult. Yeah, for one thing, we have a 99 release rate. and another, we can't lose anyone here. And then, most importantly, there's plenty of possibilities to try here. So it's really not that obvious where a lot of the skills go, other than the builders, for the most part. So here, first lemming, I have in mind. And then I block with the first lemming up in front here, so that everyone turns back to the left. And then at this time, I start a digger pit. And then here, I stop the digger with a builder. Yeah, the digger pit is low enough so that one builder is not enough to get them out. In the meantime, the miner has released the blocker, and then he is collected in with the crowd here. Oh, okay, I thought I did something there as well. Okay, and then once the miner is broken through, he goes ahead and builds over the water gap here. Takes 2 builders. He gets a climber. Yeah, and then once he gets to here, we're going to go ahead and build so that he gets over this here. Okay, 2 more builders here. Yeah, he turns around. Mine. And then bash through so that the crowd can get down here later. Okay, he turns around, and then we're gonna go ahead and mine. Yeah, and this one I pretty much set this up pretty precise so that the miner is able to use the builder staircases here in order to keep on going and to hit the steel and turn around. As we can't afford to use this builder. Well, I guess we could. Yeah, I could bash him out, but I think I would end up a skill short or so. And again, this is placed quite precisely because here there's a possibility that the miner could break through the foot of the builder staircase here, and then the lemmings will be able to walk into the water. So here, the miner was placed in such a way so that he doesn't even like chip any of the builder staircase away. Alright, bash through. And then bash through here. And then last basher is used here. So yes, can't really have him, the miner get interrupted and walk out to the left. Because I can't really use the builder to do so, as the last builder is used to release the crowd here. And I certainly have seen the intended solution by watching Rachel's creator's commentary video, and yes, that solution is definitely a lot easier. So really, I made it harder here than I needed to. But well, yeah, plenty of times I often get sucked into these fiddly and messy solutions. It hasn't really been unheard of for me. HurtMePlenty 17, staircase under construction. Yeah, this one on the other hand is almost a complete breeder. Here we have 2 entrances, one on each side here. Okay, so I make the first lemming from each entrance a climber. Yeah, this one after he turns back to the left. Then in the meantime, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and dig, and then cancel him with a basher. This is to prevent the climber from coming out here later and going into the trap on either side. So we're gonna do the same thing here as well. Dig and then bash to cancel. So here the important thing is that the before you start making the digger basher staircase, you need to make sure that the climbers pass each other first. Now here I started digging before this happens, but in any case, the important thing is that they cross paths with one another and get to the other side at the exit. Yeah, and then you can start doing the digger basher staircase. And again, here you have to keep in fact that lemmings can step up a wall of up to a maximum of 6 pixels. Any higher than that, and the lemmings will just simply turn around. So here you just count pixels, and then you'll be fine. Yeah, this one's done. Now we can go ahead and focus our attention on this one. This should be the final one, I believe. No, this is the final digger. Alrighty, and that's it. Like I said, it's almost a complete breeder. Yeah, just really have to make sure that you that the climbers pass each other first. Yeah, before you start working on this. Alrighty, HurtMePlenty 18. You don't need them. Okay, and this one can be difficult only because of the fact that the level title is referring to the fact that you aren't given any builders here. So this is an example of a level that is a builderless one. And truth be told, I really love these builderless levels because it really forces the player to think in other ways. Yeah, besides relying on one of the most powerful skills in Lemmings, which is the builder. Uh, it's quite powerful because of the fact that it often enables back routes if you're not careful. And so oftentimes, if you want the solution to that's intended to be enforced, yeah, you got to make sure that you don't provide extra builders where necessary, and only provide enough to be able to solve the level. Here, however, you're not given any. And like I said, I really like these levels because of the fact that it forces you to think in other ways, besides relying on the most powerful skills. One of the most powerful skills. Yeah, and these levels can be really good if done quite well. And this, in my opinion, is done quite well. Alrighty, so here we're going to go ahead and mine. And yes, it would definitely seem here that the most obvious way is to use the route here. But no, you cannot do that. I mean, you could, but it would require a blocker and also to a nearby lemming to simply release the blocker in order to keep the basher staircase intact. But we don't have any blockers, so therefore we can't go out this way. So needless to say, you can kind of say that this is kind of a red herring. Yeah, so instead the proper way is to go out the right side here. Alright, and then once he's low enough, then we go ahead and bash. Okay, he gets a climber. And then another climber as well. Here, start digging. And then once he's low enough, he starts bashing. And during the basher tunnel, the other climber is going to turn around so that he can mine out the crowd here. Okay, in the meantime, the basher goes on forward and then mines here. Okay, and then he's going to stop around here. But the wall will be low enough so that anyone who gets over here will be able to come back out to the left later. And we also avoid the trap trigger for the masher trap. Alrighty, and then all that's left to do is to simply bash underneath these columns, and that's it. Okay, max out the release rate, and we are done. Very nice level. I really like this one. Especially since builderless levels happen to be some of my favorites. Alrighty, HurtMePlenty 19, to hell and back. Alrighty. This will seem pretty similar in some ways to some previous levels. Yeah, this here, for example. You might remember this from, I believe it's called Let's Block Some Lemmings. From the Hinatu ref rank. So here, bomb, and then use the bomber hole in order to start bashing so that everyone turns back to the left. And then we need to go ahead and max out the release rate. There we go. And then here, we need to use that trick from the sports bar level. I believe it was from earlier this rank. Yeah, by building a staircase to the right, so that we use one of the lemmings going to the left. So here, you will remember I refer to this as the Dolly Dimple trick. Yeah, the basher finishes and he falls into the flame jar. Of course, his sacrifice was not in vain there. It was for the greater good. Okay, with the second to last lemming here, I go ahead and build the staircase to the left. And now we have, in fact, isolated our worker lemming. Okay, build over the gap, of course. Takes 2 builders. Here we give him a floater, so that he doesn't splat. And then build over the exit. Okay. Use our remaining builder so that we catch the crowd coming from up here. And then here we're going to go ahead and place a blocker in order to turn everyone back to the left. There we go. Alrighty, the floor in the meantime falls into the lava here. So, as a matter of fact, yeah, you want to see that? Yeah, again, sacrifice was not in vain. It was for the greater good. And then finally, all that's left to do is to bomb anywhere here. But you want to make sure you do it before the crowd makes their way back up to the right and is able to go over here and fall into the lava. So in other words, pretty much not around here. Yeah, this should give them some time to make their way back up. Though, you have to do it while one is going to the left. But preferably while it's falling. Yeah, so that it doesn't go into the oh no animation. So I believe that's what we did here. Yes. So here you saw that the Lemming doesn't even go to the oh no animation because he was falling when the bomber was assigned to him. Okay, and then all that's left to do now is to nuke the blocker, and that's it. Okay, quite a nice one there. Alrighty, and the final level for this video, HurtMePlenty 20, Castle Get Together. Okay, this level is definitely much harder on Lemon due to time bombers, and also how you have to place the diggers quite precisely here in order to be able to bomb through the columns here on both sides. Here, however, in new Lemmings, it's not so much of a problem as you can just simply rewind and adjust the positioning. You can easily do that. Okay, so here we had two entrances, one at the top and then one at the bottom here. Dig down here, and we have to do it because there's a firebox trap to the left of the entrance here. And the only losses we're allowed here are the 3 bombers that we use here. Okay, and then we start bashing once he's low enough. Okay, so there's just this very long bashing section here. And yes. Here, with a Lemming going to the left, I go ahead and start digging away this column. And then same thing here. Yeah, but here he's facing to the right. Yeah, and it was pretty much done in such a way so that I only have one Lemming going to the right. Yeah, which is the basher. And then I dig down here. Okay. And then once this once this digger is low enough, then I start bashing. And then it's almost time to start bombing these diggers here. Okay, there we go. So one bomber is enough to break through both sides of the columns here. But again, you have to make sure that you place the diggers carefully here, so that it does that. Okay, and then bomb that digger. Okay, in the meantime, this basher goes on ahead. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and mine here. Okay, and then once he's through, we're gonna go ahead and start building. Okay, takes 5 of our builders here. And then here I build to get up here. Okay, and then once he's here, we're gonna go ahead and mine the crowd out. So no, it looks like I did not use all 3 of my bombers. Okay, and then finally all that's left to do is to mine through this column, and that's it. So yes, technically because of that, yeah, I could technically have one Lemming walk into the firebox trap here, but of course I didn't do that. Yeah, avoid losses wherever possible, and it's very easy to not have anyone walk into here anyway. Alrighty, so here I happen to save one over the requirement here. Where are those other 3? They all happen to go back to the left and make this long trek back to the exit. Alrighty, so that was 10 more levels of the HurtMePlenty rank. So next time we're gonna finish up the HurtMePlenty rank. I hope you enjoyed this video at the Lemmings Reunion level solving commentary video series, and I'll see you all for the next one.